How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the STG86, what parts we have for it, the plans for it, and when we're finally rolling out to hit those passes. Stay tuned. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the STG86 and what we have plans with it in the future and what we have for it. So we've been a little absent from the video series for a little bit. We've ordered some stuff has finally came in, so we finally have a good detailed view of the parts that we're going to be using. So the biggest thing with the STG86 is the fact that we still need a motor, which we do not have, but we do have all the cosmetic stuff. And we do have the wheels for it, which I will get to very shortly. So before we get too crazy, I will have a video tomorrow about this car. We are doing a header install on it, which you're like, well, this car already has a header. I don't know if you can see it under there. You can kind of see that if I zoom in here a little bit, that the header is hanging down. And the reason it's hanging down is because it's not even connected to the flange that connects it to the block. So like I said, when you get under here, you'll see that it's a little low. So we do have a semi header coming for it tomorrow. Hopefully it gets here in time because we have Charlotte Motor Speedway next week. So we have the plan for the STG86 to be on the road hitting different toges and different passes by the end of July, which we're en route to be doing that. The biggest thing that we still need to get is a motor. So if I can find a motor somewhere, we would be real keyed in. Still looking around the $3,000 mark for a motor. Still also looking around for about $3,000 to $5,000 on some deals, but privately you can pick one up for $3,000. So we will be going to get one of those very soon. We're trying to cooperate with one of our buddies right now because he's working on trying to get a car for another swap. So if he can get a car that already has a motor, then boom, I will take the motor from that car, gets it off his hands, and then he can put it in a swap motor. But let's go up here and check out the car. I want to show you guys what we have for it, and then I want to finish off with the wheels that we ordered for it. Okay, so this is probably a different spot from the last time that you've seen the car. It has been sitting up here for about 2 or 3 weeks now. Like I said, we're still waiting on a motor. It is dirty again. I've taken everything that I could do to protect it other than a car cover in effect. The car is still extremely clean on the interior, just like from the last video. But like I said, we're in the final processes now. We're waiting on everything else to get here, which we got majority of it. You notice the bumper is gone. So with the bumper, we're going to be running a brand new GT86 style bumper. So from 2017 up, 2017 changes and up, since I got rid of the FRS, that will be the bumper that we were running. And I have it in the camper in here. If we can get over here and look at it. Crawl my way in here. Because the truck's literally right here and I'm trying to move as least as possible. Alright, we made it. Hey, okay, so sorry about the bad lighting, but we do have the GT86 bumper. It's sitting right here. As you can see, it's in just a black primer. It's brand new, straight from Toyota OEM. We weren't actually expecting to get this. The cool thing about it is when we ordered it, they said it's out of stock. There's no way we could get one in time. It's probably going to be like 10, 12 months before we can get one. I was like, okay, well, I guess I got to find one locally. Next thing I know, boom, it just shows up. So turned out pretty good. I placed an order for it, but just to be able to get it almost instantaneously was pretty cool feeling. And then as you can see, we have all the OEM Toyota stuff for this car, so it's getting taken care of really well. Since it's a 15 car, and we're putting 17 stuff on it, I went ahead, and you can't really tell, these are headlight housings for the headlights itself. They changed just a few different mounting holes with the newer cars. We went ahead and got that, and it doesn't show. Yeah, I don't have everything else in here. Still, a lot of stuff still in the car. So this is a brace for the top of the car, and then of course we have the grill. So can't wait to get that on. We're gonna have Josh wrap the bumper, and we're gonna be doing just a flat black wrap for the front of it, just to take care and cover the paint for the first half. Once we finally get to the Spec 2 version of the car, or the V2 version of the car, we'll probably end up taking it off, either doing black fenders with the black bumper, or we'll end up doing just white to match the car and then go for the clean look. So we got all that. I have some parts in the car. It's just like covers and stuff for all this, little knick-knack stuff. And then I went with the fog lights. I have that stuff in there too. So we will be running fog lights in this car. Do like an amber color fog light. That way it really brings out the white with it when it's actually on. So I can't wait to show you guys the complete and final in its stages and finally have this car running and hitting different passes. You guys are gonna absolutely love what we've done with the wheels. Now I have thrown them on this car. You may have seen it on the story post that we did. But finally I have my hands on a set of true Watts. And I'm so excited to put these things on. They look so good. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the cardboard out of here and flip the camera around. Look at that, isn't it awesome? 16x8s squared for that car up there. And a lot of people are like, why do you go with 16s? Well, want to go with a more old school look, obviously with the Watanabes being thrown on the car, but I didn't want to do like a 17 or an 18. I wanted to go a little different. I want to do 16x8, put a big meaty tire on this, and really just get a different experience, because a lot of people go for the 18x9.5, get as much wheel, get as much tire as you possibly can. But with the white car, I want to still make it a little unique, obviously with the Watts, and then two, give it a different driver feel by using a bigger sidewall tire that's not going to be as stiff, and then still be able to throw the car around and oversteer, no problem at all. So I'll go ahead and go over it since I'm here anyways. We were getting ready to go pick up an F820 for that white car. This is my original one out of the black car that you see over there, but this one is seized. And the reason we didn't go and get the motor that we were about to pick up, everything was great on it. I talked the guy down to 28, which is a really good deal on these motors now. But something just seemed a little iffy. We went there, the oil was drained out of it already. And then I noticed that this right here, so on an automatic car, you have a pump here. I'm not really sure what it specifically does on the automatics, unless it's for like a transcooler or a trans pump or something like that. I'm not sure. But on manuals, you have this plate. And with that being said, it was broke off from an accident. And we already know how fragile these motors are. So this mold that's in the block was gone, and then this one was gone, and this one was gone. So there's no way you could even put a plate on it. And if I took this out, which I might be able to, you guys can see inside of there, that is the end of the camshaft. And what that does when the motor's moving, the camshaft turns as pump. So it's not needed for the manual cars. But the problem was, I was wanting a good cheap motor, and I found one. But with that being cracked, and then this whole diaphragm on the outside being cracked for the cam housing, I'm like, dude, I'm not buying this motor. And he got extremely pissed off because we made him pull the motor out and everything. But sorry, man, had to cut my chances. I'm not gonna throw $2,800 in something that I don't even know rotates. It has good compression, okay, that's fantastic, but what if it's seized? What else is damaged on this side, especially being hit, bam, like that? So, I mean, these motors are extremely fragile anyways. I didn't want to risk it. Especially, I just want a motor I can just drop in there. If it blows up, right? But I'd rather have a motor I can just pull out, drop in, drive, get it tuned on OFT, and just go. But that's going to wrap up the video for today, guys. I was really just wanting to show you guys what we have for the STG86 and try out our new camera. So if you have noticed, the camera quality is a ton better. We picked up a new Sony ZV-E1 yesterday. Been wanting this camera ever since it released, and finally had the opportunity to go out and get one. So we're going to be utilizing this for videos in the future, and I hope you guys really enjoy it. It's going to be so good for creating content on the Instagram page and the Facebook, and also utilizing it for long, high quality content. But guys, thank you so much for watching, and as always, keep hitting the pass. We'll see you.